The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. It used to be backed by gold, but is now nothing more than numbers on a screen. You could say it's backed by our economy, but over the last few decades, big companies have done nothing but outsource labor overseas as well as production. The value of the US dollar is nothing more than belief because perspective is much stronger than reality. However, something very strange has been happening recently. Every single currency in the world is weakening against the US dollar. For the first time in 20 years, the dollar is now worth more than the euro. 6 days ago, the Great British Pound reached a record low value. Japan is the third largest economy in the world, and its capital city is the largest metropolis in existence, and their currency is as weak as it was back in 1999. Korea has completely disrupted global media when it comes to music and film. They have the largest boy band in the world that even met with US President Joe Biden, and their currency is doing the exact same thing, weakening against the US dollar, coming back to levels from 1999 and 2008. How was this happening with the United States printing 40% of the entire US dollar supply in 1 year? Unemployment at record levels. It appears as though the US dollar is now the latest meme stock, causing currencies from countries all over the world to be volatile due to the dollar's recent strength. So now 7.5 billion people from all across the world have to deal with this tangled spider web we call the Forex market. My friends, that is where the neutral bridge digital asset, XRP, comes in and solves the whole entangled spider web of volatile foreign currency and brings it down to a seamless 4-second process with minimal exposure to volatility. This is why we invest in XRP. This is why we hold for half a decade, if not more than a decade, because this will change the world and solve the whole entire liquidity crisis with foreign currency.
This currency crisis that I've spoken about will cause some kind of an event where the system gets reset. Now, whether they write off sovereign debt in that environment or whether they come up with a new currency system like a new Bretton Woods, I really don't know. I think something's going to be forced on the governments of the world. What I think will come next is some sort of government-sponsored stablecoin. Whether it's Fed coin or what do they call it, the coin now or something. I know they announced it a month ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact name, but I think the genie's kind of out of the bottle with the stable coins and with the Bitcoin and the rise of crypto. I think that the governments of the world are going to adopt what was created in the private market and use it. I don't think we're going to go to a Bitcoin standard. I don't think Bitcoin's going to become money. I think governments are going to kind of co-opt that digital asset space for their own. It doesn't mean that digital assets won't still exist and be a store of value or trade as a reserve asset in some form or another. But I do think that we're going, I expect us to continue to have a fiat system. It would be the first time kind of in the history of the world, not totally, but to a certain extent that no government was overseeing the money, right? And it was just a total free market for money. I think that's very highly unlikely. I know kind of within the crypto world and within the digital asset space, DeFi is kind of an important thing. I actually think that the world, this is not what I want, but it's what I see. I think we're going towards a more centralized world rather than a decentralized world. I think power is being consolidated rather than given away. And I think when we get into this sovereign debt crisis, you're going to see even more power consolidated. And when that happens, I do not expect whoever wins that battle, I don't expect them to cede power over the currency to somebody else, or certainly not a private market currency.
Right. And so now I have an account at Bank of America. Bank of America has an account with the Fed. The move to a central bank digital currency would allow me to have an account with the Fed. Do you think that the commercial banks sort of get cut off on the action? And what do you think? The commercial bank system is extremely important when people talk about printing money. So do you see, how JP Morgan, how do these big banks thrive in an environment where, everyday people can just interact with the Federal Reserve?
All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you guys enjoyed that little extended intro there. I've been having a real appetite for making the videos on the channel not so effortless and bland and kind of make it more, where I put some serious time into developing the beginning of the video to kind of keep your guys' attention and kind of paint some picture for what's going on in the world and how that all plays into XRP. So make sure you guys do smash the likes down below and subscribe. It takes $65 a month. I can get all those freaking cool 4K B-rolls. The music you're hearing in the background is copyright, but I get the licensing to it.
and the company, like, you know, bookmarks my YouTube channel, and I got the permission to use all that music and stuff. So I think it's a big upgrade for the channel. Let me know what you guys think. Again, smash the like, subscribe, obligatory supportive comment down below. Let's talk about the XRP price. So here on the weekly chart, I'm very excited. As you can see there, I know it's cut off a little bit, but we got 2 hours, 22 minutes until the weekly candle is going to close, and we can continue the project of the 3-bar play. I'm a very big believer in 3-bar plays. They're everywhere, all over any asset classes candlesticks. You can find 3-bar plays in many, many places. And the fundamentals of a 3-bar play, it can go in both directions. This could happen going down as well, where you have the big, like, initial power move, the opposition trying to counteract that power, and it just doesn't work. And then by the time the candle closes and the time's up and it becomes that little weak speck of pathetic movement, becomes just a tiny little piece of dirt on the charts. That's where that is kind of the signal for the buyers to step in again, flip this candle, and go for a confirmation and fill the remaining of this gap. So I am expecting 86-cent XRP probably in the next week or two. The next weekly candle open, you know, in 2 hours and 20 minutes, I think it should initially very quickly start doing this right there. I'm talking like the first day or 2 days into the next weekly candle. It'll probably do this because you got double bottom on insane old all-time high, old bear market support, old bear market resistance. The old resistance, which stopped like 5 pumps, but when we broke through that level, it brought us to $2 a coin, and now we are double bottoming, conquering that level with immense strength. The sellers can't really do anything, so when the next weekly candle opens up, we should be very, very quick engulfing the previous candle, and then I think throughout the remainder of the week, you are going to stretch and fill the gap. So I am expecting 70 to 80 cent XRP very, very soon. Guys, I found something kind of interesting on Twitter here from Crypto Pete 2025. Not sure this has got as much attention as it deserves. The commissioner of CFTC, who visited the Ripple offices like 2 days after Ripple filed their motion for summary judgment against the SEC, she then actually travels to London to meet the Bank of England to discuss CBDC and crypto. I don't know. Again, this is just a random tweet. I'm not saying this person's like not reliable or something, but I'm not sure where the discuss CBDC and crypto is coming from. Maybe that's just assuming, since they just met with Ripple to discuss with crypto. So again, I'm not sure about London, or travels to London to meet the Bank of England to discuss CBDC and crypto. I'm not, again, because I'm not reading this from like an official media news source with statements and quotes, but I think it's essentially just assuming here that she just met with Ripple to talk crypto and probably CBDC, and then assuming that if she's going to London to meet with the Bank of England, yeah, it's a pretty interesting little scenario going on there. But it's very cool how the CFTC commissioner met with Ripple like directly after filing the motion for public summary judgment. And I just noticed this. The Digital Pound Foundation has actually followed me on Twitter. I was not aware of that. So something just went on with the pound recently. Yeah, the Great British Pound did just become very, very weak against the US dollar. I believe the Great British Pound got to its, as we said in the intro with all the cinematics, that the Great British Pound went down to a historically low level 6 days ago, where 1.03 pounds made a dollar, which is the lowest point it's ever been in history. I don't know if there's something that has to do with it of September 30th, the 20-pound notes, and, or how you guys said in England, 20 quid, 50 quid notes, they all have to be turned into the government to receive the polymer notes. It's not like, okay, you're just giving up your money or something, but you're giving in your old notes and you're receiving new polymer notes. But I'm not sure if the recent crash had anything to do with that. And guys, to close off this video, let's take a nice breath of fresh air, look at the entire history of the XRP chart, just realize where we are at in the grand scheme of things and the big picture. I'm honestly believing that this level right here, I think this is very key for XRP's future generation of price action and liquidity. I'm just saying, I got a gut feeling on this one. If I want to clear the whole chart, the reason why we were championing this double bottom so much, not because it's just some regular old double bottom, but if you look at where the double bottom was made, it's an old all-time high, old bear market support, old bear market resistance, a bear market resistance which allowed us to break through and go to $2 a coin. We have now conquered that level, and we are completely saying goodbye to all the prices below the double bottom. Basically, from here on out, if things go as planned, every price XRP below the double bottom formation will never be seen again. Like what I just put in the square right there, those prices. By conquering this level, double bottoming, getting immense strength to the upside, weak sellers, we got the 3-bar play. I guarantee the 3-bar play is in the books. It's going to come in. We're going to get $2 XRP really quick. And everything below that double bottom will never be XRP price ever again. Guys, thank you for tuning in the video today. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.